Hello, friends, and good brunchanoon, and welcome to our Peach Brunch. So we're back. How was everybody's weekend?
Hey, girl.
Pretty
Hey,
good.
sweetie.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
Did you do anything eventful this weekend?
I worked. I just worked. I was booked and busy.
Where were you out? Were you out hanging out anywhere? Or
I
just doing
did.
your thing?
I did. I went to a couple of card games. You know, it was.
Was a house
Did you
party?
win any
It
money?
was a house party.
Were you gambling? Did you win any
I don't
money?
No, he was over
gamble.
there
I
playing
gamble.
Uno.
I don't gamble. We
was
just
playing
having a
Uno?
good time.
Having a good time?
No, I don't know.
Hey, but what did you do?
Listen, I just relaxed. You know, I'm all about my peace these days. So, anytime I get to stay at home and kind of be in my own zone, I am all for that.
Well, I didn't want to tell you, but
You want to tell me what?
me and Shar went out for dinner.
Oh!
Yeah, so back at you.
You went out? My girlfriend?
Your girlfriend. You
Really?
Y'all left me out of that dinner that
Then
y'all
we
went to
did.
and your girlfriend got
We
drunk.
did.
So me and Shar did a repeat, and we got drunk last night.
Really? Where did you guys go?
We went to the same place y'all went to, ironically, STK.
Is that the only restaurant in Atlanta?
It's not, but it was good because we was going to do a repeat of what y'all did when I wasn't invited.
And I'm sure it was
And we had
quite
some
an
good
interesting night.
conversations.
Really?
It was
Jealous.
wonderful
It's giving
conversation.
jealous.
He
No,
is
giving
jealous.
It's giving that
Oh,
conversation
she
was
jealous.
boring.
She jealous.
It was very boring.
No,
Because the queen won there.
We had a good conversation without you.
Okay.
And you know,
Riddle me this.
Char's newly married.
Uh-huh.
So we had some heated conversation about our men. And just,
You always want to talk about that man, don't you?
you know, I love talking about my man.
I
When
love
you got a
talking
good
about my
one, you
man.
want to be
How long
talking
you been
about
married?
it. Not married, but we've been dating for over 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
dating for 3 years?
Mhm.
Are you expecting a ring anytime soon?
That's
I'm
like
not
10
looking
years
for a
engaged.
ring. I don't want
So
a
what are you
ring.
dating for?
Because I love our companionship.
Oh, Lord.
I love our intimacy.
See.
You know, the sex. I enjoy that
Do you
interaction
see
with
a
us.
future?
I do see a future.
Okay. I
do
mean,
see
look,
a
that's all
future.
that really matters. Okay.
Yeah.
Long
That's
as that dick
important.
stay hard.
And it's not, well, ironically, we were talking about a little bit of that.
I'm sure I know y'all was talking about
But
that.
we was getting into a
Bunch of
conversation.
freaks.
Stop it. We was getting into a conversation of when you in relationships and you've been in them for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever step out? And what's kind of considering what's acceptable and not acceptable when you've been in a relationship for stepping out, also known as
Cheating?
Well, I'll say it all
you
depends on if you're married or if you're just dating. Like if you're just dating, you're not officially in a relationship.
No.
I mean, that's how some people view it nowadays. Like we're not
view
married,
it
so
that
we're
way
not
too.
committed, legally. So therefore, we still can kind of like move
Baby,
around
y'all
how
love
we choose
putting
to.
the swing on
No,
stuff.
no. It all depends on personal preference and the agreement that we had. Like
Okay.
if we decided that we're gonna date exclusively, that should just be that on that.
Got it. So now that we know that, so if we've identified that we are dating exclusively, do you think it's wrong to cheat? Is basically the question.
Yes, because you're breaking in an agreement that we agreed upon.
Got it. What about you? I'm interested to know what
Well,
you
no,
and Shar
I
talk
don't just
about.
go into no relationship cheating. You know what I mean? But I have been in a relationship before where when you've been together with somebody for a long time, and I think we all go through moments where we may not always be getting exactly what we want to get out of a relationship at the same time.
Yes, 80-20.
Then sometimes
Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
it's not. So sometimes my eyes have wandered because I've been looking for something, either that I was missing in my relationship or something I felt like I wasn't
Your
getting
eyes
in.
have wandered or your coochie has wandered.
Well, my eyes have wandered, and then I would entertain conversations maybe from time
That's
to
cheating.
time. So what do we consider cheating?
D, all the above.
And what is all of the above?
Anything outside of your relationship that you and your partner did not agree upon.
No, you done changed. I thought you were
Huh.
on the team.
You better let them know. You better honk the horn on them.
it's true. I mean, listen. If I didn't say that, that'd be pretty much contradict my statement that I just made. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's an agreement that we agreed upon.
And I think everybody has their own definition of cheating. For me, my definition is
Yes.
D. Meaning you texting, you entertaining, you having sex, you kissing, you going on a date.
No,
you
that's too far, friend. Texting.
Texting.
I think texting is going too far too.
It's okay to text another individual. I don't have a problem with that. It is when you're texting an individual that you know that I would have a problem with. If I read your messages and they were questionable, then I consider that to be cheating. You should be texting me.
Well, I know, but you're
like
not
getting
the
to
only
know
person
somebody
in my life all the time.
But why are you getting to know someone?
Because there's so
on a
many
personal
people
level
out here to get to know.
But as friends, or are you trying to take it to other places?
I'm always trying to take it to a friendship
Sometimes I think
place.
people are just naturally insecure within their relationships, regardless.
And that's what sounds like my friend got going on.
You know,
baby,
I'm
the way how this mug is set up, I
Some
ain't
people
insecure
are
about
just naturally
nothing.
That's what they
insecure
say.
all the way
That's what
around.
they
Baby,
say. They be checking your
I ain't
phone,
insecure
Right.
about
wanna see
nothing.
everything
Because it's
that's
like,
going
you
on.
mean
No,
to tell
I'm
me-
not gonna chase behind you. I'm not gonna read your text.
So
I'm
your
not gonna
man
do
can't get to
that.
know new guys.
For what?
Why not?
Here's my thing. At this age that you are, it's really no need to be developing new friendships.
I disagree. I wholeheartedly
And
disagree.
that's okay, baby.
There's always time to meet new people. Just because I met you don't mean
That's
my lifestyle.
networking.
I can't
That's
meet nobody
networking.
else.
No. Y'all trying to put this little spin
I
on
got
it.
it. You define cheating as everything.
As
Just say-
everything.
Just say you
Who
want
do
to
you
control
define
your
as
mind.
No, I don't want to
What do you
control
define
it.
as
I'm just saying it's right. But here's the thing: if I were to do it and I had questionable
say the
behavior and I
actual
moved
act.
funny, the person would have a problem with it. At the end of the day,
Okay.
if the shoe was
I
on
would
the other
say
foot,
this.
I have a
if you
problem.
went through your man's phone today and he was texting another woman that he just met, he casually met her at the bar, and he's getting to know her. You know,
But he
what do
hadn't
you like?
screwed
What do
her
you
yet,
do?
though, right?
But she would have a problem
Well,
with
that's
that.
the preemption to screwing.
Exactly.
You gotta
So
get
you
to
would have
know
a problem
people.
if you wrote a message
well,
like
tell
that.
You, I want to understand his intentions first.
So what if you see
Because
text?
my
I
man
want to
has
get to
move.
know her.
He has to move. But how are you wanting to get to know her? And why are you wanting to get to know her in that way?
And he said, I thought she was beautiful. I want to make her my friend.
Yeah, well,
Is that a problem? Yes or no?
I would say
That's
it's
not
not
a
a
problem.
problem.
It's not
No,
a problem.
I'm not insecure.
Oh my God.
Baby!
But he's
That's
not only
you.
insecure.
That's you.
Oh, I'm not
That's
insecure
you.
at all.
Here's the way I move.
I'm not a baby.
Here's the way I move.
She gonna be mad when she get to sending some titties to the phone.
Well, that might
You got
be
a
true,
problem
but
then.
if this is a person that you trying to move to get to know, and something leads to something later on, at the end of the day, this is something that needed to happen. So you just helping me to get you moving on, so then I have the ability to move on. Because we all look at this
So
like
what,
it's
are you
possession.
cheating?
Are
It's
you a
possession, like you
cheater?
mine.
It's still cheating.
I'm not a text
Questionable
cheater.
No, I'm
behavior
saying,
is
are you a
cheating.
tit for tat type cheater? Like if he
Sound
cheat
like
on
you
you, I
cheat.
cheat on him.
No, I'm not a tit for tat cheater because
You are.
Number one, I'm not in the business of wanting to cheat on my man by having all these extra relationships when I know they can be leading somewhere else. But what I am saying is, I think you have the ability to still meet people even after you met me.
So you mean to
and
tell me?
and if that turns into something else, I'm okay. Maybe my feelings gonna be hurt, but I'm okay with it turning into something else because that meant you not my man, you not my person.
So you don't think it's possible
It's
for
cheating.
you to meet platonic people?
I 100% think it is.
I do believe that's all. I do.
Yeah,
Of
I
course.
do.
So what if you meet a person that's, you know, the relationship is platonic, but it just so happened that things just happen?
It's cheating.
Well, I mean, of course it's cheating, but it wasn't intentionally. So it's just like,
But at the end of the
that's
day, you're
why, like, is
responsible
that
for that.
really
I
a
think
But
deal
you,
breaker?
as a consenting adult, are responsible for taking the relationship too far.
That's
You
true.
took it
I
to the
agree.
point where it was
Accountability.
non-platonic at that point.
Right.
Right? Because here's the thing, like in the industry that I work in, you go to different conferences, you meet different people. It's okay to be networking and build onto your career tools and all of that, right? But it's when you step outside of that to say, well, let me get to know you a little further. Right? Let's start exchanging pictures and information and you're hanging out with a different intention. That's cheating. Because at the end of the day, again, if I did it as your partner,
Yeah.
you would have a problem
So
with it.
this is
It's
that.
questionable
So
behavior.
Is cheating a deal breaker for you?
It is.
You too?
I think it's a deal breaker.
You got
I'm
to
just
get the
gonna
hell
be-
on.
I'm gonna be
Go
100%
home,
It's not a
Roger.
deal breaker for me.
I don't
It
think it's
used
a
to
deal
be.
breaker for me either.
It used to be.
Me
but
too.
No,
what kind of relationship y'all in?
I've kind of grown.
Only because I think because we are
Grown.
we're in such a transformative space.
Y'all got
where
past
in a
trauma that y'all need to
year-
solve for.
No, it's not trauma.
To me,
it's understanding.
trauma is
When
you
just
not being
cut
able to let it
somebody
go.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, let it go. I let it go because my thing
you
is
let
I
them go.
let them go.
No, just because they were
You didn't
physically
wanna be
attracted
with
to
me.
somebody else, it's just like
It's cool. You
okay,
can be
boom.
attracted to somebody else, but you got to get the
No.
hell on.
No,
You got to pack your stuff.
You gotta let it go.
You got to pack your
So-
stuff before I have to call an
Is there
ambulance
What
any-
about
for you.
So in marriage, you mean to tell me they cheat on you one time while you're actually legally married and y'all to build this whole foundation together? And
Okay,
they
okay,
cheat on you.
okay,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying?
Hold on.
Like, come on.
Okay, that's a little different. You
We
still got to
built-
get the fuck.
So you say it don't matter. Under what
you
circumstances
mean
do you
you finna
look
throw
and
it all
say
the
there
way?
is some
I sure fucking because you
forgiveness?
threw it all away. You threw it all away.
No.
You,
There is some forgiveness because I think we
I
make
can right
mistakes.
because here's the thing. In a
You don't
relationship,
care to
I'm all about.
understand why they may have cheated. It may have been you.
Okay,
It could have, and guess what?
Let's do
You
it.
got to get
Okay,
Fuck.
got it. So that's
Bye.
done. So now, no, so the people just gotta understand.
Cause you want me to be loyal.
Yeah,
But in my opinion, people normally cheat emotionally.
I agree.
You know,
it's
it's
not.
Or they
they're
horny.
So caught up in the
Or they
sexual
horny.
stuff. It's not in the.
Or they
sexual.
horny.
There might be something they missing. And y'all, have you ever thought about going to counseling
Sometimes.
before you decide to just leave a
Sometimes
relationship?
I'm a little horny.
Have you ever? Here, I will rephrase that question.
Okay.
Should you decide to go to counseling before you get ready to cheat?
I think
Because it doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
Child, ain't nobody just saying,
What do you
"Oh yeah, I'm
think
gonna go
leads
cheat
up
on you."
to
Let
it
me
then?
do
What do you
People
think
being
are the signs
unhappy,
that lead up to it?
temptation, right. The grass sometimes is always
And
greener on the
sometimes they
other
be
side,
horny.
and sometimes they be horny.
Yeah. So is there any differentiation when you get to that point where you're like, okay, I understand that maybe we were going through some things.
And I can sit down and have a civil conversation with you, and that's okay.
Well,
but I'm gonna tell you
typically,
now.
I'll
Get
say
your
this.
motherfucking ass on.
But see, that's the reason why people cheat, because your attitude is just
That's
horrible.
fine. It's okay, baby.
Look, if I was
It's
your
okay,
man,
baby.
I ain't gonna just walk up
'Cause
to you
guess
and
what?
just be like,
'Cause guess
hey,
what?
babe, I'm
'Cause guess
considering
what?
somebody else.
'Cause guess what?
Especially the way you act. Like,
when
why you wanna
when
go
I
with
lay
you?
my head down in my
Child,
bed at
please.
You
night,
just gonna tip because you ain't ready to leave.
I got peace.
Around
Well,
Knowing that
here's
ain't
the
nobody
thing.
out there cheating on me.
why would you divulge it to the? Go ahead.
In your relationship, do you create a safe space for your man to be openly able to tell you that I see somebody else and I want to do something a little different? How would you feel?
I'm hoping I'm creating a safe space, but sometimes I don't think I am.
But-
and
right.
then the other part
I
of
know you
it,
don't.
the other part of it too is I feel like who's going to say I'm unhappy? Because then you're gonna start
A whole nother world
and
of
where are
shit.
you?
But I
where
would
are
rather
with
you do that so I know, so that at the end of the day I don't get my heart broke.
It
And
ain't
that's
about
that-
just you though. I'm going through something too.
And you can be.
So when
how
you
can I
gonna
help
ask
you?
me
How can I
real
help you?
questions to kind of put me in a position to even be able
But
to
you didn't
express
give
to
me
you
the
how I feel?
opportunity to before you cheated on me.
Well, okay,
Wait a
so if
minute.
I came to you and say, listen, I don't
Huh?
think things are working out in our relationship, and I'm
Okay.
kind of unhappy. How do you handle that?
Are y'all in a
Well,
relationship? right?
No,
We gotta be.
I want him
We gotta
to
be.
see
We gotta be.
No, because I want him
He
to
been out there
understand
cheating
that
on me.
cheating is
He been
not
out there
the
done
end
cheating
of the
on
world. Cheating is not the
I
end of the
don't
world.
think it's the
It's
end.
not
It
the
is.
end of the world.
I
And
think cheating
typically-
is the beginning.
If you cheat on me, I'm gonna give your family something to do next weekend. I'm gonna make them busy. You gotta have a lot of
I
planning.
think
Learn
cheating
your man.
is the
Learn your
beginning
man.
of a conversation. Because at that point, now
The
you
beginning
know-
of a conversation
Yeah,
that should have
because
already
this-
been had.
It should have been, but now this person has gone
Now she's
so
talking about
far
it
to
should
But
have
take
y'all don't
action on
understand.
it.
Y'all talking about conversations being had. People change.
They
People
do.
change.
So go be by yourself.
Sometimes I want to do something a little different. Just like now, you got nice, beautiful curly hair.
Right.
Tomorrow
And I
you might
wanna
want to
switch
go
it up.
jet black tomorrow.
Okay,
It's
now
like,
you
okay,
think
what happened?
relationships switching like the hair
They-
changing?
they-
So why be in a
they
relationship?
change.
So why
Yes.
be in a
So
relationship?
then I would have to agree. Why would
Because,
you be in a relationship?
I mean, it's
if
not
your-
even not
if
being in
your
a
preference
relationship.
changing that quick.
Y'all, we are human. We are changing every day. We not even alike. I can see we don't even have repetitive schedules in our life. We do shit differently every day.
Let me give you some advice to that.
But then you shouldn't
Let me-
commit
I'm
if,
giving
you,
some-
if you
It's
know
not
that that's
about
who
that.
Let me
you
give you some
It's
advice.
really
Let me give you some
navigating
advice.
and finding understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
While you
I
doing
need
that,
from you is
Is to
understanding.
put that dick up. That's what I want you to do. Put that dick
It's
up.
understanding. It's about finding
Until you
understanding.
need it.
And
It's
finding-
what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah. I
And
think
then the
that
thing is,
just
it's
don't-
okay for you to say, hey, things are not working out. I feel like, we at a different crossroads. I'm not necessarily happy. It's either I help you figure that out
So
or
are
I
you
say
gonna
go.
ask the proper question? Like,
Of course. I'm really
what can
mature.
I
I'm
do?
always gonna
What
ask
can I
that
do?
question.
So what's the question that should be asked to figure out where a person is to determine where they might be in staying
What do you
with you,
want?
confiding, or cheating?
Right.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
Okay.
What do you need me to do?
I always
You know.
believe in what and how and not why. Not why do you feel this way? What can I do?
Yeah.
What's making you feel that way?
Well, you're right.
How can I help you in that
Do you
situation?
think it then becomes
How can
your
I do things
responsibility
differently?
to make that person feel differently?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In some cases,
you're gonna take the
because
ownership
but
of
no, because I can't fully always do it because sometimes it's not a
But I
physical
knew I
thing.
wasn't feeling
Sometimes
like
it's
this
not a
before I
thing that
started-
person is
before
doing.
I got with you.
Sometimes people just don't want to be in a relationship anymore.
And then you have
Sometimes
to
some
just
people
make
want
that
to
decision.
they want the thrill of the chase of doing something new.
I think
What's better than
You just answered
what's
the
better
question.
than old dick
So,
is new dick.
Listen, so
But
if somebody
again-
just want the experience of doing something new, why we can't just explore that or just like,
We don't
hey,
have no.
can
I
we
don't
bring
want
somebody-
to explore with you though, baby.
You don't want to bring nobody else into the room.
I'm good. good.
Okay. Now that's a
You a
different
boring
conversation.
bitch.
I'm good.
Is that a deal?
I'm good.
Is that a
No,
deal?
because here's the thing.
boring.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a great example.
Don't call
I'm
me.
boring, bitch.
Oh, well, let me tell you. That's one thing. One thing about it. Two things
No,
for sure.
for real though.
I'm gonna tell you this because here's the thing. If you want to try new things, if you say, I want to go out try a new bitch, okay, that's fine. But when I say, well, I want to go get a bigger dick,
Okay.
how you gonna feel?
It don't always have to
They
be
don't like
about
that.
sex.
Do you?
They don't like that.
Most of the time, like you said, it can be about the emotional piece of it.
Child.
Of course, we're gonna continue this conversation a little bit later on after the brunch.
Honey, we done.
In a session, we're gonna start.
Cheetahs.
Yes.
Bitches.
So take
You
this
gonna see them on the show,
conversation
Cheetahs too.
Bitches are
back
better.
to your peach brunch, and we'll see you later.